Hi everyone. Tonight we're off to the amazing Himalayas, to the beautiful country of Nepal. We're here to talk about Prajatantra Diwas, which is Nepal's Democracy Day. It's celebrated every year on Falgun 7. This day is super important because it marks the end of a really strict rule and the start of something new and exciting in Nepal's history. Prajatantra Diwas shows just how strong the Nepali people are and how much they wanted to control their own future. So get ready as we dive into the history of Prajatantra Diwas and find out what happened to make this day so important for Nepal. For over 100 years, Nepal was ruled by the Rana family. They were like prime ministers, but they kept all the power for themselves. This started way back in 1846. The Rana rulers were like kings, and they didn't let people have any freedom. They lived in luxury while everyone else was poor, couldn't read or write, and had no rights. If anyone complained, they were punished harshly. But even in these tough times, the Nepali people started to dream of a better life. A life where they could speak their minds and have their rights respected. This is where the story of Nepal's revolution begins. Every revolution needs heroes, and Nepal had some very brave ones. These heroes were not just ordinary men, they were visionaries who dared to dream of a better future for their country. In 1940, 4 men stood up for what they believed in. Dharmabhakta Mahatma, Shukraraj Shastri, Gangalal Shrestha, and Dashrath Chand. They were more than just names. They were symbols of courage and resistance. These 4 dreamed of a free Nepal, where people had the power. They envisioned a nation where every individual could live with dignity and freedom, free from oppression and tyranny. They spoke out against the Ranas, demanding basic rights for everyone. Their voices echoed the aspirations of countless Nepalese who yearned for justice and equality. The Ranas, scared of their growing popularity, arrested them and sentenced them to death. Dharmabhakta was hanged, a grim reminder of the cost of defiance. Shukraraj was shot in Kathmandu, his execution intended to silence the growing dissent. Gangalal and Dashrath were shot in Terai, their deaths meant to crush the spirit of resistance. Their deaths made people very angry with the Rana regime. The sacrifice of these martyrs ignited a fire of rebellion and hope among the masses. These brave men, now known as the Martyrs of 1940, inspired everyone. Their legacy lives on, reminding us of the power of courage and conviction. We still remember them today for their bravery and fighting for freedom. Their story is a testament to the enduring spirit of resistance and the unyielding quest for justice. As we commemorate their sacrifice, we are reminded that the fight for freedom and justice is never in vain. Their courage continues to inspire new generations to stand up for what is right. Winds of change. King Tribhuvan and a new group called the Nepali Congress. King Tribhuvan was the king, but the Ranas really controlled everything. King Tribhuvan was clever though. He realized things needed to change. He knew that sticking with the Ranas wouldn't end well. Around this time, a new group called the Nepali Congress was formed in India in 1947. Led by Bishweshwar Prasad Koirala, they gave hope to the Nepali people. King Tribhuvan secretly teamed up with them, giving them support. This partnership between the king and the people was a big moment in Nepal's fight for democracy. The Revolution of 1951. Everyone fights for democracy. In 1951, everyone in Nepal felt like something big was about to happen. The air was thick with anticipation and hope. People from all walks of life, from farmers to city dwellers, were united in their desire for change. The Nepali Congress, with the king's support and inspired by the heroes who had died, started a movement against the Ranas. The movement was fueled by the sacrifices of many brave souls who had given their lives for the cause. From the city of Kathmandu to small villages in the mountains, everyone was talking about Prajatantra, which means democracy. The idea of self-governance and freedom was spreading like wildfire. The Nepali people were tired of being controlled and wanted a better future, so they all joined in. The streets were filled with protests, and the voices of the people grew louder each day. The Ranas, losing support, finally gave in. Their grip on power weakened as the movement gained momentum, and they had no choice but to step down. On February 18, 1951, Falgun 7, 2007 in the Nepali calendar, a very important agreement was signed, ending the Rana rule and bringing democracy to Nepal. This historic day marked the beginning of a new era, filled with hope and possibilities for the Nepali people. Falgun 7, remembering freedom and democracy. Falgun 7 is a very special day in Nepal. It's the day democracy began. On this day, Nepal celebrates. There are decorations everywhere, and people sing patriotic songs. Everyone joins in parades and special events, remembering the 1951 revolution and how important democracy is. Prajatantra Diwas isn't just about remembering the past. It's about thinking about today and the future. We have to work hard to protect our freedoms and make a fairer world. Falgun 7 inspires people all over the world who are still fighting for their rights. Looking ahead, democracy in Nepal. Today, as we celebrate Prajatantra Diwas, we must remember that Nepal still has work to do to become truly fair and democratic. This day is not just a celebration, but also a reminder of the journey ahead. Like many other democracies, Nepal has problems like disagreements between politicians, which can sometimes slow down progress and create divisions among the people. Corruption and inequality. These issues are significant challenges that need to be addressed to ensure a just society for all. But the spirit of Falgun 7, the spirit of never giving up and believing in the power of people, is still strong. This spirit continues to inspire generations to fight for their rights and freedoms. Prajatantra Diwas reminds us that democracy isn't just about watching, it's about doing. It calls for active participation from every citizen to make democracy work. We all need to participate to protect our freedoms. Every vote, every voice, and every action counts in building a stronger democracy. So let's celebrate Prajatantra Diwas with hope and determination, embracing the values of democracy and working together for a better future. Remembering the sacrifices made for freedom and democracy by protecting what they fought so hard for. Let us honor their legacy by continuing their work and striving for a just and equitable society.